Hi, it's Dominique. I am your course creator and coach. I'm going to take you through a presentation on how I work with my students and my clients who want to teach their audiences what they know. It's called Get Paid to Create Your Online Course. Let's work together. So you might be ready to go from client work to a profitable course. Well, I hear you. I did the same thing. About 4 years ago, I created a course with another teacher while I was teaching in the classroom where I've been for 30 years. And I knew there was another way to establish my own business, doing something that I already knew how to do and would use my talents and experience. Okay. So your course is a major revenue generator and assists a lot of people to advance in whatever it is that they're doing. So you might have a course, you might have a class, a workshop, you might work with different types of industries, and all those industries are under the umbrella of being able to be taught. You can teach something, everything is teachable. So I wanted to have a course creation business versus an agency business where I create the course for you. Why? Because it's a duplicatable system that you can continue creating using to create on your own. All right. So when you go from an agency model, which is done for you, to a course coaching model where we work together, you can see exactly what the steps are, and I make it super duplicatable so that you are able to go ahead and complete, course after course after course. You don't have to constantly have an agency do it for you. Okay. And then add to that, you are able to teach the same process to your students as well. Okay. So I found that the small group or one-to-one model where I'm helping you walk through the process was more suitable for my expertise, and also it gave a lot more value to my students. Okay. So you can do a course model where you're teaching small group or one-to-one, or you can do a course on your own as an upsell. Okay. Once somebody joins your course, you'll make money from every other thing that you have that's available to them that you create, right? So you might do a download, or you might have from one course they go to an accelerator program or a continuing program. So just by having a way for people to get started, you can then continue to service them in other offerings that you have. And all of it is duplicatable. Okay. So you also have the ability to sell your information to their audiences. So let's say you have courses that are self-paced, or whatever it is that you do is not what your clients do. Well, if you come into a partnership agreement, then you can also sell to their audiences. And then guess what you're going to see? You're going to see your course turn into 10K months very, very quickly. Okay. So remember, once you start out as the go-to resource and position yourself as the authority, you become the teacher that has multiple ways for your students to get started, stay with you, and then expand those offerings into partnerships even, and business collaborations. All right. So the second thing I want you to focus on is, does your idea have a profit generation to it? All right, let's do the profit check. I want to point you to the 3 circles that are showing you the 3 pieces that I find are the most predictable about a profitable course. And it starts out with energy. Is your information a a topic that energizes you. For example, I love making teachers. I love supporting teachers. I love training teachers. So what lights me up is training teachers to be excellent teachers, right? Because, hey, education doesn't stop. We need teachers forever. So can we help other people get started in this phenomenal career? Of course we can. So check that one, the profitable energy check. Okay, then what about the know-how? I've been a teacher for 30 years and I definitely know how to launch new teachers and get them up to speed. And then what about a student base? Is your topic being taught out there by other teachers? Okay, absolutely. Mostly any topic that is teachable is out there. I don't care how niche or how minute the topic is. Like, for example, if it's not, the general subject of like doing better in math, but it's statistical derivatives or something like that, you can teach that because you need just a certain amount in your audience bank to even make money. So don't worry about that. All right. So do your friends ask you questions about what it is that you know in your area of expertise? If so, you've got a profitable student base. So if all those three checks pass the mark, you're ready to go. Okay. So what you know can create a result. And that is what this training is all about, to show you that whatever you've done for yourself, you can do for others. Create results for others. And it's going to get you not just hugs, but actually money in your bank account. Why? Because you will be the resource and the go-to person, and they will respect what you know and want you to give 100% or more or greater, 200, 800%. Why? Because they really need the information to transform their lives. If you've ever met a mentor or coach, they somehow are so inspirational because of what they've done with themselves. It's a foregone conclusion that there's going to be a price. So for example, if you want a luxury car, you're not asking the price. You already know it comes at a price. And are you ready to afford that price? So that's the type of coach I help you become. That's the type of educator I help you to become. All right. So once you become that go-to coach or mentor, as let's see if I can put it in another way. You're the luxury vehicle that they've always wanted. They don't ask the sticker price because they already know it's very, very niche, and they may not be able to afford it. So why even bother? But if you can't afford it, you're not going to ask questions. You're just going to go for it. So I want you to be the Rolls Royce in your industry so that nobody's shopping for prices. They're not shopping for features. They're shopping for results. Okay. And so you can create an online environment where the problem that you solve, the know-how that you have, and the student base that comes with the people that want to know about that topic benefit you and your solution online, and it's a perfect marriage. Now, how about time mapping? How do we get from an idea to developing our course, having a student base, to actually delivering the information? Well, I want you to think back to how you perhaps organized yourself when it was something that you needed to do, like study for an exam or take a certification exam for a new job. Okay. You did what? You time blocked and you got it done. So that's what we're going to get into now. Think about your Google Calendar or any other tool that you use to organize your time. You can have whatever color coordination you'd like to have, but so long as you can show the difference between your free time and your time on your schedule for teaching, then that's all you need. Okay, so let's take, for example, the green boxes are personal time, family time, okay, lunchtime, your time, okay. The yellow, perhaps you're at work. The blue can be what you dedicate to your students. So long as you are starting to time block, you're not going to have any problem saying, you know what, this is when I teach and this is when it's available. Now, in my course, I teach you to go beyond that. All right. I wouldn't be a good teacher if I didn't teach you how to go beyond those blue squares. And so if you become one of my students, you're going to learn that method, and I'd be glad to teach it with you. All right. So now we've come to how to go from client work to a course that sells itself. All right. Like I said, if you have those blue squares and that's the only time you have, what about your students who are available at other times? So, here are any given times of the day. Okay. And let's say some of those notches could be you at work. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to turn it into traffic. Now, if you start out with the blue squares where you're teaching those classes, and then you have an ongoing program where your course is really desired out there, but students are available at any time of the day or night, then we need to think about using automation. Now, automation is great. And in the course, I'm going to show you how to get your course out there, explaining, your solution out there and having students sign up for your course on demand. That's the ultimate goal. How do you sign students up on demand? On demand is pretty much the next best thing to sliced bread, because it means that the traffic that's going to your landing page or website or whatever it is happening without you touching a finger or showing up on any meeting platform. It's simply happening on its own. Okay. So the automated sales are being directed to ready-made traffic. That means people that you have identified need what it is that you have. Okay. You could have a starter goal of a certain amount. I just chose 3K for starters. And then you want to generate 3K. It could be a week, a day, a month. And then you progress to 6,000 and then finally 10,000. So now your revenue literally takes a huge switch from you showing up at all to your course having wings of its own, and then helping people out there who need your course. And it's a win-win. All right. So do you want to get paid without the program being done first? How about that? What do you mean, Dominique? How do I get paid for my program without it being done first? Well, let's go back to the beginning where we talked about the test, the energy and the expertise and the student base. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay. So here's what I see. All right. You've been spending months creating a program and you're just so exhausted. You never met me first. And guess what happens? You set it out there and it launches to crickets. Why? Because you created it all on your own. You thought about it around what works best for you or what worked best for you, and it just did not land, right? So that's all right. What happens after that? Well, what do you say we just avoid Cricketville, okay, and then use the pay to create method? All right. So now you've met me. Now, here's what I can do for you. All right. Step number 1, we're going to collect some founding members, not just free founding members, but founding members who want to pay for the idea that you're going to, or the result that you're going to solve in your course. Okay. Now that price is up to you. And in my course, we go through pricing, but just keep Just keep going with me, keep flowing with me, okay? So after they pay for the course as it is, right, they will give you feedback as you deliver. So upon your deliverables, you're going to have conversations so that you can get some feedback. All right. And then now you have a whole nother you have sets of eyes looking at your information and giving you fantastic feedback. So guess what you do? You adjust, you make adjustments. All right. Where there was little clarity, now there's more clarity, etc. So that's a great thing, right? What would you say? All right, so here is your community growing and loving your course, and guess what? Referring your course to others. So let's take a check. Let's do a little reflection now. If all I had was an idea and a promise, could that work? Without email, without messaging people, without meeting them on the internet or in a meeting room? Okay. Here's how I sold my first class that I taught with a teacher. Remember, I made my first course with another teacher. So he and I created a Facebook group, and I talked about my course, You Fuel You. And guess what? I sold seats. Okay. That was my first offering. And just like I said earlier, I was able to sell seats with the idea of the course. Now, we did have the course created because we're already teachers, but that is where I can help you adjust, because obviously you're teaching what you know, what you love, and there's already a student base. So let's go with that. While they went through the content in my course, they provided me valuable feedback. Now, of course, as a teacher, you're going to have a conversation. You're going to ask questions, all right? So you're also going to create a sales machine. What do I mean by that? You're going to create an opportunity for other people to find out about your course without you telling them, all right? So you can easily do that on social media. So now, while students kept coming in, I improved the program. So here we are, paid to create. Now, the first course I created with another teacher was You Fuel You. But paid to create is my own course, all right? So once you start to tell folks about your course, once you start to attract students, once you start to attract paying students, guess what happens next? Your course will start to scale. All right, here's how it goes. You want to be a magnet? Do you want to be that target that people are going for? All right, so let's think about your Thrive goal. All right, let's think about it. How do we hit that nail on the head? Well, you're going to go to those ready buyers, the ones who are interested in your topic, all right? And then those buyers are in a pool of traffic. So we're going to find that traffic, okay? And then we're going to make consistent profits, all right? So in order to have a goal, a Thrive goal, you're going to have to what? Find the traffic, going to the right audience, and then you're going to make your consistent profits. Okay, so is your course set up to be profitable? Let's see. How about the people that say they can't afford it? Or what about the people who can afford it? How do you know? All right, so this is what I want you to focus on, all right? You have 100 students. The course is set up to deliver itself, and nothing is added to your calendar at all. You just let the automated system run for itself, okay? Will you sign up 100 students? Maybe, maybe not. Over time you will. But don't think about who can afford or who can't afford. Just let it go and make sure that the course is valuable, it delivers, and the messaging is correct. All right. So next, what I want you to look at now is find out how your course can really pass the test, okay, by setting itself apart. Like, what are you doing? Okay. What you want to do, again, is tweak and tweak and tweak. Even though you're not showing up to teach the course, you are setting in place some benchmarks that you can use to communicate with your audiences. Okay. So while you're doing that, you are scaling. All right. You see that the scale that's on its way up there on the right, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. So your course creates profits, scalability doesn't stop, and your positioning adds also to your profile and your profits. Okay? Because you're positioning yourself with the right message, the right audience. So therefore, what do we do from there? Well, you're just going to have to keep going, because you're serving so many people. What is it going to look like? Okay. Maybe they want mentorship from you. Maybe they want to know, how did you do it? All right. So you're going to have to choose goals along those lines. And then guess what? Now you've got a blueprint. The way that you taught your class or course works so well that, hey, you're able to teach it because it's validated. Okay. And so what do? They follow a series of steps, and then you become not only an automated course creator, but you also have other levels to help people go beyond your initial course into partnerships, memberships, mentorships, etc. What's next, Dominique? Could there be more? Could there be more? Well, your course, of course, has the big promise. It's got the milestones, your methodology, and your coaching. And ask yourself, how much do I need to commit to this? Well, ask yourself the other side of it. What if I don't commit to this? Another question you might have, how soon can I hit 10K months? Both very valid. How should I spend my 12 weeks in the program? Well, of course, you're going to have guidance from me, and you're going to have a mentor that holds your hand throughout the process. So definitely do not worry about any of this, because we've got your back. Now, what is the investment to pay for this course? So what I want you to do is ask yourself one question first. All right. Did you learn how to turn your passion, your skills to an online course that allows you to work from anywhere and build not just more programs, but also partnerships and collaborations with other business owners? Okay. So if this video helped you see what the possibilities are, I want you to click somewhere around this video and book a call. All right. Book a call with me so that we can turn your information into income, create information that also allows others to get started with you, and create opportunities for them and yourself and your team. So I hope that you are very, very super excited, because I've shown you a way that can really work with you and not just keep you burning out, teaching, talking, but really creating a fantastic education program or course that leads to a way for others to learn from you, whether you're available or not. And then find ways to partner with other businesses to create even more income and opportunities for yourself and your business. Okay. So again, I look forward to speaking with you somewhere around this video. Tap the link so that you can book a call, and I'll talk to you later.